How's it going, people? Sam and Slabber here, and this is your full guide to the Grand Tree quest, start to finish, no fast forwarding, just what you need to know. So there's no requirements for this quest except for being able to kill a level 98 Black Demon. However, it can be safe spotted with Range or Mage, so I highly recommend bringing those along and a bit of food. Either way, to start this quest, come to the Grand Tree and go ahead and speak to the King. That's all you need to do to start it. So quickly run through all of his chat and then choose option 1. You seem to be worried, what's up? Once you've done that, carry on running through the chat, then wait a second, and eventually you'll automatically walk into the basement. So once you're in the basement, go ahead and speak to King Narnod once more, and run through all of his chat. Eventually accept the quest, and run through the rest of it. So at this point you'll now have a bark sample and a translation book. You'll automatically walk back upstairs. And once you're back topside, go ahead and quickly run through the book. So go ahead, crack it open, spam through the pages, and then close it. So at this point we now need to speak to Hazelmeal, so go ahead and home teleport over to Yaneel. If you do have access to the Fairy Rings, you can use the Fairy Rings to get there as well, but as I'm assuming you're doing this at a relatively low level new to the game, I'll show you the way to do it traditionally. So from the Yaneel telepoint, run east all the way through Yaneel itself. And from the eastern exit of Yaneel, just a touch to your east will be a small little peninsula you can then go across. And this peninsula will lead you to Hazelmeal. So from the exit, if you just go a little bit southeast, you'll see it. And for all you need to do is simply follow this pathway across. And at the end of the peninsula will be a little house. And in the top of that house you will find Hazelmeal. So once you're at the house, go ahead and climb up. And go ahead and speak to Hazelmeal. So run through all of his chat. And eventually he'll give you a little scroll. So with the scroll in hand, you now got to go back to the Grand Tree. Easiest way is from Eagle's Peak Home Telepoint. However, if you've done the Tree Gnome Village, you can use the trees to teleport back at the relatively quickly through the trees. But assuming you haven't, this is the easiest way to get back up. So from the telepoint, you run pretty much south and follow the eastern wall all the way around until you hit the entrance to the Tree Gnome, or Grand Tree, and then run directly north. So once you're at the entrance, go ahead and enter inside, and then run directly north, and we're going to speak to the King once again. So run all the way up to the north, and then enter the Grand Tree, and speak to King Narnod. So once you're here, go ahead and speak to the King. And then quickly run through his chat, and it'll be a few answers. Go ahead and choose option 1, I think so. Then choose a man came to me with the King's seal. I gave the man Deconia rocks. And Deconia rocks will kill the tree. those are the three options you need. So a man came to me with the King's Seal. I gave the man Deconia Rocks. The Deconia Rocks will kill the tree. Once you've answered all of those, quickly run through all of his chat. Once you've finished talking to him, you want to exit through the Grand Tree and then head down to the south and exit this circular area around the tree. From there, directly to the southeast will be a set of stairs or ladders you can climb up. Go ahead and jump up these. And we'll be coming back for you quite a bit. This is Glau's room, and I'll refer to it as that from now on. Once you're here, go ahead and speak to Gloff. Run through all of Glau's chat, or Gloff's chat. And once you've done so, climb back down the stairs and go back and speak to the king. So once you're here, go ahead and speak to Kingy, and then run through all of his nonsense. And once you've done so, climb to the very top of the Grand Tree. So just spam click these ladders and keep going up. Nice and easy. Finally, once you're at the very top, there will be a prisoner inside this little cage here. Go ahead and speak to Charlie. Charlie? Run through all of his chat. Now you want to go back over to Gloff's room, so climb all the way down to the bottom and exit the Grand Tree. And make your way over to Gloff's house. So if you've forgotten already, run down to your south and exit this large circular area, then directly to the southeast is a little ladder you can climb up, and that is Gloff's house. So once you're here on the north side, there'll be a little cupboard. Go ahead and search it. So open it and then search, and you'll find Gloff's journal. Go ahead and read through it. At which point you then want to speak to Gloff himself. So quickly run through all of his nonsense, and you'll be put in jail. So once you're in here, go ahead and speak to Charlie and run through all of his nonsense, and you'll be able to leave the prison. So run through all of King Narnod's nonsense, and once you're free, run up to your north just a touch, and there'll be a gnome here you can speak to. Go ahead and speak to the gnome captain. Run through all of his chat, then choose option 1, take me to Karamja. So from here you want to run almost directly to your east. So go ahead and do so. And eventually you'll come across a gate. Go ahead and make your way inside. Choose option 2, Gloff sent me. And the password is Ka-Lu-Min. It's on screen if you need it. Ka-Lu-Min. K-A-L-U-Min. So once you're inside this gate, you now want to run towards your east. And run across the docks over to the far eastern side. And here you will find a foreman. Make sure you right click on the foreman to talk to him. If you left click, you will kill him and you will have to wait around for 5 minutes. But he's literally down here on this left side, so just go ahead, right click and talk to. Run through all of his nonsense and eventually you'll be asked a few questions. So you'll appear here over at this house. Run through the nonsense again. Choose, sadly his wife is no longer with us, option 3 for me. Then he loves wormholes. Then Anita. So sadly his wife is no longer with us, he loves wormholes and Anita. Once you've done that, quickly run through all of the chat. And once you're done, it's time to make our way back up to the Grand Tree. So once again, home teleport over to Eagle's Peak. Or if you've done Treenham Village, you can use the trees to get there relatively quickly. So if you're using the trees, you'll be able to access relatively easily. If you, however, you're running from Eagle's Peak, then once you get to the entrance, you'll actually be prevented from entering. That's no problem at all, I'll go over that once we actually reach it. So for now, make your way to the entrance of the Grand Tree. So once you're here at the entrance, go ahead and try to enter, and the guard will prevent you from doing so. So for now, you want to look around near this entrance, and you'll eventually find a gnome by the name of Femi. Go ahead and talk to her, and then quickly run through all of the chat. And the first time you enter here, if you help her with the boxes, then it's free. If not, it'll cost you a little bit of coins, but it's pretty much non-existent money, so there we go. Once you're inside, just run directly to your north, and we're going to speak to King Narnod once again. So once you're here, go ahead and speak to the king. Quickly run through all of his chat. Then you want to head up all the way to the top of the Grand Tree, and we're going to be speaking to Charlie the prisoner once again. So once you're here, go ahead and speak to the prisoner. Quickly run through all of his chat. Then you want to exit the Grand Tree, so go all the way down to the bottom and exit through the doors. And from here you want to run pretty much to the very far northwest corner of this tree gnome stronghold area. So from where you are, pretty much run west so you can exit out of this large circle area, the mound, and from there run directly to your northwest. You'll eventually come across the gnome ball field and the swampy / swamp toad thingy area. From there, you run pretty much to the east, and there'll be a few sets of stairs here. Go ahead and climb these, and you'll appear on one of these buildings, and the one you're looking for is the one with Anita inside, the far northwestern ladder. So once you're here, quickly talk to Anita, run through all of her nonsense, and you will receive a key. So with the key in hand, you now want to go over to Gloff's house once again. So from here, it's pretty much down towards your southeast, same way you came from. And go ahead and enter Glau's house. So once you're in here, there will be a chest on the eastern side of this room. Go ahead and open it with the key you have. So go ahead and use the key on it, that'll crack the chest open. And once you do so, you'll find another scroll. With the scroll in hand, now make your way back to King Narnod. And we're going to be speaking to the king once more. So at this point, if you haven't already, there's a bank upstairs. Go ahead and get some food and either range or mage ideally, as it can be safe spotted, as we're going to be fighting the demon in just a little bit. So at this point, you'll have 2 notes on you, 2 books, the key, and 4 random items you just received from the king, hopefully. And the rest will be your food. So with all of this stuff in hand, check my inventory if you need to be, make your way over to Gloff's room. You then want to run over to the east side and climb another pair of ladders inside Gloff's room, and you'll be on this little pedestal here. So the code for this is Tuzo, so T goes on the far left, then the U, the one next to it, then Z, and finally O on the far right. Once you do so, this will open the trapdoor, which is literally right next to you. So go ahead and click on that to open it up, and now it's time for the demon fight. This fight is fairly easy. It can be safe spotted, as I said, so mage and range are probably your best bet, although if you are a high level you can pretty much just piss all over this demon no matter what, so yeah. Either way, quickly run through the chat and pretty much straight away run to your south and you can hide behind these rocks here. And that's it. Simple as that. That is how you safe spot the demon. So from here, it pretty much just consists of pew pew until dead. It's really that simple. And as this quest has 0 requirements, it's very, very easily doable at level 3 straight off the bat. It'll take you an immensely long time to kill this little fucker, but yeah, it's doable. And you do get some very nice rewards from this quest. So either way, all you need to do for now is simply kill this black demon before we move on. The amount of time it's going to take you is going to vary depending on your combat level, obviously. But yeah, fairly nice, easy and straightforward fight here. So as soon as you kill the black demon, you will then receive another little cutscene and basically Glow will just disappear. Good for him. So at this point you now want to make your way to the center of these underground caverns, so follow the pathway all the way to your west. And then when you go the option, try to go towards your north. And basically make your way through most of these caverns into the center and eventually you will find King Narnod. So once you're here, go ahead and speak to the king. And just run through all the chat. It'll take a few seconds as it's kind of automated. Then run through the rest of the chat. And spam through some more chat. So as at this point you now got to search all these giant chunky roots throughout the entirety of this underground area. And this is utterly random. Basically you're looking for a random rock and you get it from searching these roots. You could either get it on your very first try, or you could check every single route in the entirety of this underground cavern and receive it on the very last one. So this will either take you 2 seconds or about 10 minutes. So I'm going to skip ahead until I get it, and I'll assume you've done so now. So there we go. Finally managed to find the route with the rock inside. So once you've got the rock, all you need to do is simply speak to the king, and that is it, people. That is your quest done. Nice and simple. So quickly run through all of his nonsense once again, because you know, apparently gnomes do talk a lot of nonsense. And as soon as you complete this, you get 5 quest points, 8k agility XP, and a nice healthy chunk of attack XP, along with 2k mage XP. So all in all, very, very nice quest to complete when you've just started the game, as I'll give you a huge chunk of XP straight off the bat, as you can see. So there we go, people. That is pretty much it. Hopefully you found this guide useful and nice and easy to follow. Until next time, people, I will catch you all later. Have a good one.